Hey guys, my name is Sabrina from Phalius Creations, and today I want to share some of my success, how I have had success with my jewelry and craft business. Now, first off, a lot of this my husband helps with. He does the seeds, he does the gardening, any very heavy jewelry making, like he does the welding. He does a lot of the simple necklace making, some earrings. So first off, it's not all me. It's my husband and it's shared for the family. So I wanted to make sure you understood that. And second off is I'm doing this video because in the next few weeks I will be buying out someone's jewelry business because they have not have had the success that they wanted. So I want to go over just a few things that I feel like have made my business successful. Okay, first off, number one is to buy all the products as cheaply as you possibly can. There is, you can buy the most perfect crystals and you can pay $20 for it. It does not mean that a client is going to pay for that. Now, there's a lot of different places where you can sell, but what I am talking about is the basic customers that's going to come back once a month, every other month. And for that client, they're just not going to spend $100 every 2 months to keep up with the prices or to keep up with what you have paid for your products. So, and what I do, there's a lot of businesses in China and Japan, and I know people hate that. My other jewelry making friends, they cringe when I say that I buy my stuff from China. But to be completely honest with you, where do you think people in the United States buy their products? Because Czech beads is not from the United States. Czech is a republic of Russia. So that's my point is a lot of us here in the United States, I don't know of any bead making, actual bead assembly companies is in the United States. They get their stuff from overseas. So you go ahead and pass over and I don't want to name any names of any companies, but go on and go over them to the original people that's making the beads so you can get your beads at a cheaper price and pass that savings on to your customers. So eBay, I get I would say 50% of my stuff from off of eBay, from China or whoever, prices is the cheapest at that time because there's no difference with the beads. They're not going to be able to tell where you bought them at. And Craigslist. And again, one of the reasons I'm doing this video is I have bought out, I would say 4 jewelry making businesses where they was not making the money that they needed or felt like they was worth. So unfortunately, that's how I make a lot of my profit is by buying in that way. The second thing that helps is to use time wisely. I've seen these formulas of, you get whatever the amount of money for the products and you times it by 3, then you decide how much you want for your time, which is a great and perfect and the only way to do it. But you know that if it took you 8 hours to do something, and to be completely and totally honest, is you took a break. You went to the bathroom, you knew you answered the phone, you knew you had to eat food, so it wasn't that complete 8 hours. So you have to really think about that, because I think my time is worth $100 an hour. That's not what someone's going to pay. So what I also do is I take in consideration what other people are pricing it. Now, just because I buy my Swarovski jewels from overseas, and you will not believe of what I pay for them. Just, it's not even half. It's, I would say I paid at least 3/4 cheaper from buying overseas than in the United States. Now, what does that mean when I go to a craft show and I'm selling my Swarovski crystals and everybody sees them, they know they're Swarovski crystals, then I cannot make my other jewelry businesses, and they will come right into my tent and they'll look at it and they know, wow, this is real Swarovski crystals. How is she selling it this cheaply? I do not do that. Unfortunately, I have to charge equally to the other people in the business. If not, everybody gets kind of upset over that. So I always keep that in mind with pricing. But the time, I'm sorry. So I take my time in serious consideration, but I do a lot of assembly lines. So if I'm going to make rings, then I would take one day and I would just make the rings. And by then you get into this flow. We do that. We do it with cooking. We do it with any type of job that we do. We get into a flow and all of a sudden that ring took 5 minutes to make. And when you do that, you have that in an hour, you have a lot of rings that's done that you do not have to price it a certain way because you stopped on a necklace, did a ring that took 15 minutes, when if you've done 5 rings in a row, you would have worked your skill down to the 5 minutes. So you have to think like that. If you're going to do certain things that looks the same, then do it back to back so you can build up your time, and then you can get the cost. You can share that cost efficiency to your clients. The third thing is the craft shows. I can go to a craft show and it's $225. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I do not do them shows. They cannot promise me that I'm going to make back $225. They're not. And I have went to shows that I think the highest that I've paid for a show is $75. And that $75 was for 2 days. I can make $35, $30 to cover that in an hour. So you have to really plan a certain way. And once you learn where them shows is, there's a certain amount, then you know to look for them every year and you can make a lot of profit there. And craft shows, they'll charge us crafters or the arts and craft applicants for, I don't know, anywhere from $50 to $125. But then for the food vendors, they can charge anywhere from $200 to $500. So what that does is really, if someone has $5 in their hand, they're not going to buy any crafts. They're going to buy food. They're going to get something to drink because they've been walking around all day. So what I have learned is I think the most someone has paid for a single product is $15. No, I'm wrong, because my husband does photography. So his booth, he can make $25 for one picture, and that's the lowest for him. But for jewelry and for me, it's been $10 to $15. People have paid more, which their total purchase could be $50, but mostly $10 to $15 is the most they're going to spend, because they would rather take that for the food and for the drink. So that's a very important thing for me. And a lot of people say, well, Sabrina, you're not really, you don't have no faith and confidence in your product. I have faith and confidence with simple facts. With simple facts that I do not go to a craft show and spend that much on an item. And I know everybody isn't me. But what we have to think about is, why are they at the craft show? Are they really at that craft show to pay for something specific? No, they're at the craft show to walk around and see people, from that county, or visiting people, to walk around, get something to drink, listen to the music. Now that is why they're there. And we cannot get into that habit of thinking differently, because if not, guess what? I'm going to end up buying out your jewelry business because it didn't work. So you can't think like that. You have to think you need your average thing in your tent needs to be between $5 and $10. You can go to these $225 craft shows. You can go to these $225 craft shows and make that money back, because they know that it is I forgot the term of it, but it is a fine art show. They know that. And they know that they're going to spend $100 on a painting. They're going to know they're going to have some jewelry there that may be $200. That is what that craft show is designed for, is to let people know, what type of pricing it is. But it is not guaranteed. And $225 is quite a bit for me. And honestly, I am not there yet. And that brings it back to, Sabrina, so you don't have $5 items? No. I have the highest priced item that I have, and I will run and get it real quick. Okay, let me show you some of my higher priced items. These are a lot of twists. Let's see if you can see that clear enough. And this is priced at $50, which is a necklace, a bracelet, and a set of earrings. I have these. I do a lot of Native American jewelry, and these are $45, which could possibly be more. I know a lot of people think that $45 is just insane. That's really, it should be higher priced than that. And these are my jewelry, and this comes with time. I'm sorry, this comes with organizing your time. Am I going to be in my my work area doing the jewelry, or can I do the jewelry watching TV? Because if I can do it watching TV, time pass like that, and that isn't going to be priced fully for a full-time thing. But my twist, I love my twist, and you know what? I don't think I have ever not sold a twist at a craft show, and these can be anywhere from $20 to $35. I just haven't. I have always sold the twist. So what do? Is to go by and shop a lot of stores that carry crafts. Or the Made in America places. If you can get into one of them, that is your best bet, because they know that this is that the people are priced. Number one, they price their time and they price their materials, and then it's a 40% markup. So something that would usually be $20, I end up selling it for $30 to $35 in one of these stores. So that's all you need to get into. And these are, they're still your product. You can still go and take them out. And generally what I try to do is I keep them in them type of stores. And if I'm going to an art show, like I said, it's priced between $5 to $10, maybe $20. But my higher priced things is in these stores. And so that's something that I know every month is I get income from. So that is really basically the few things that I've worked on. So one is to make sure that you buy your products as cheaply as you can so you can pass that on. Not saying that that's what you're going to charge for it. You still kind of got to be reasonable, but like I said, a lot of that is the price times 3. So when that comes, you don't do that. You look it up, you find that price of it, don't times it by 3, and you do it by that. Because my Swarovski crystals I got, there's no way I could pay for the one packet. I think I paid $1.50 for some Swarovski jewels that I would have got for one of them jewels, maybe $5 to $8. So there's no way that I can do that times 3 with that. It's just not going to happen. So I go on and pick that price and leave it there. Get it from eBay, from Craigslist, from unfortunately other jewelry businesses that didn't make it. 2 is to use my time wisely. If I can do something sitting watching TV and being around the family, I do not count that as my full time, because I was able to actually not be in my work area. And then 3rd is to make sure I find the right type of craft shows. Sometimes just because it's, priced a certain way doesn't mean that it's not going to be successful. My best craft show I paid $35 for. $35, and I made an insane amount of money. And again, it wasn't just me, so a lot of that money didn't go to me, but my husband made a lot of money with his products too. But nevertheless, you have to think about that. How much money is going to go out? I didn't mention this, but repeat customers, it doesn't take not 1 minute to stop and call them and ask them, hey, let's share your information. So these are things you can do. And the stores, take your time, talk to the store owners. You can get out a lot of your product, get out your name, and that would be awesome. Well, guys, I think that is really all of my my tips that I've had. If any of you guys have any questions, you can hit me up on Facebook with Fayley's Creations. I have a web page. Leave a comment here, and I will get back to you, because you know what? Although I really, it's really just economically great for me to get these big packages like this, is to buy out a jewelry business, but it just breaks my heart, because I seem to be doing okay, and I don't understand how anybody can't in this industry. Even if there's 15 people selling jewelry at a little bitty art show, I really don't see why not. So, guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment for me. Until next time, guys, have a good day and continue beating. Thank you.